Untold Tales, Unveiling Africa's Darkest Punishments. Did you know that Africa has a history filled with unimaginable punishments? Today, we will uncover the untold tales behind Africa's darkest forms of discipline. Brace yourself as we journey through time and witness the 14 worst punishments in African history. 14. Mutilation. Various forms of physical mutilation, such as amputation of limbs, ears, or noses, were used as punishments for crimes or as acts of control. Mutilation was practiced in countries such as Somalia, Sudan, Egypt, Mali, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and Cameroon. 13. The impaling stake, the sharpened wooden stake used to impale the accused, raising them high in the air. Death was slow, agonizing, and public, serving as a warning to others. 12. Necrocy. This punishment gained international attention during the late 20th century in South Africa. It involved placing a rubber tire filled with gasoline around a person's body and setting it on fire. 11. Castration. In certain societies, castration was used as a punishment for crimes like rape or adultery. In ancient times, castration was practiced in some African societies, particularly in ancient Egypt. Castrated maids, known as eunuchs, were employed as servants, guards, and administrators in the royal courts. Eunuchs were considered to be more trustworthy and less likely to engage in illicit relationships with female members of the royal family. 10. Public whipping. Whipping in public was a common form of punishment, particularly during colonial rule. Some colonial masters even flogged or whipped parents in front of their children. This was common during the German rule in Cameroon. 9. Execution by crucifixion. This punishment involved nailing or tying a person to a cross and leaving them to die. 8. Banishment. Communities would exile individuals as a form of punishment, effectively cutting them off from their families and support networks. 7. Torture. Various forms of torture were used to extract confessions or as punishment. These included methods like the rack, waterboarding, or other physically agonizing techniques. 6. Slavery. While not a specific punishment, slavery was a deeply oppressive system that involved the subjugation and forced labor of millions of Africans. 5. Stoning to death was employed in some African societies as a punishment for crimes such as adultery or blasphemy. 4. Burial alive. This horrifying punishment involved burying a person alive as a means of execution or discipline. This was very common in West Africa. 3. The elephant's tongue. Accused individuals were tied to the ground and subjected to the wrath of an enraged elephant, crushed under immense weight. This punishment was a slow and gruesome way to die. 2. The crocodile rite. Offenders would be bound and thrown into infested waters where hungry crocodiles awaited. Death by a reptile was an excruciating ordeal. 1. The lion's den. Imagine being thrown into a pit with lions. That was the fate of many condemned individuals, torn apart limb by limb. In Africa, some ancient civilizations and kingdoms, such as ancient Egypt, Carthage, and certain regions of ancient Nubia, were known to employ this method of execution. It was often used as a form of punishment for serious crimes or as a public spectacle to deter potential wrongdoers. These punishments, although gruesome, form part of Africa's history, reminding us of the harshness and brutality faced by those who transgress societal norms. Thank you for joining us on this unsettling journey through Africa's darkest punishments. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more captivating tales of the untold.